playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards in the game's opening play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A first carry now. This is Williams. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 30 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a first down. Well, no slow start here. A nice chunk plays back to back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So decided to try to spread the field a little bit. And you do that to the inside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6". A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. The Colts at 6-4 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Looking to throw on second down. Porter. Yeah, it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Off-play action. Porter. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like
and a really good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the
little bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
On 2nd down, Williams. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. That's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a throw out to his fullback. It's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
First down, Porter. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Off the play fake, Porter. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Off play action, Porter. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Call it a loss of 5. A good sack to bring up 3rd down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Off the play fake, Porter. And oh no, it's incomplete. It's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Broncos are not set to go on offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Wilson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. As Ikey learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Second and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
Ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA's. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Off play action. Porter. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
In motion left goes Allen. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point. Options galore here, second and a few inches.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and in some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
First and 10. Porter firing quickly, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
On third down, Porter. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't throw the football. And then ultimately, could wind up costing him the ball game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing after the interception. Porter. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
To throw on second down. Porter. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. On the counter, it's Taylor. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The play fake. Porter. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Throw left side taken in by Pittman. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to round about right and then cut straight across the field. I I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On fourth down, Porter. Touchdown, Colts. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That's taken in by Dosich. On the move past the 40. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 40. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in, and it makes it hard to defend.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Denver has the first down, to play going for 15 yards. Now it's Wilson. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. McPherson's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the Colts coming out now. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Running left, Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 78 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Porter. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Porter. And this one's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Porter. And the Broncos get there and take him down. That's how multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options. And while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver's offense ready to go again. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs. Keep possession of the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th-quarter lead. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back to throw. Porter. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw on 3rd down, Porter. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think we're wondering if we were going to see them try to push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They run. It's Williams. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone